Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to North Frisian Marsh, or North Frisian March. We are in the spring of our second year. We've spent some money, but we're banging along pretty good here in our four-cylinder happy cart. What am I talking about? I have no idea. Okay, so it's been seriously 6 months since I started working this. And we have all of our stuff planted. I think I showed you guys that. And so now we're just waiting for them to pop one stage so that we can add our third stage of fertilizer. I did sell our sprayer and then realized that I need it. That was really dumb. But I think most of our loan is... Let me take a look at the loans. It's been so long since I've been on here. And I apologize. As you guys know, for those of you who have been watching my channel, there's been a lot going on in my life lately. And I just kind of had to take a break from some of these series. This one is going to be sort of back, sort of not. It depends on the time that I have available to do recording. But I don't want to let this farm go. I've been here for a long, long time, and I love doing it. And so it's hard for me to just say, hey, I'm not going to do this one anymore. We're definitely going to do it. Yes, I got a 0 loan. So let's take a look here and see what we got going on. Some of the things that have changed since the last time you were here, I did upgrade to a new truck, and that's going to factor in because we've gotten a pretty big contract with some of our companies around the world, actually just throughout Europe, to deliver directly to their facilities. So we're going to be taking our new Scania and delivering stuff. Also, we're still going to be working. Obviously, the big thing for us is our brewery, and that's over here. So over on this end, I think everything's pretty much the same, but we do have I got rid of the dragging things on a trailer. As we've sold our brand, people have really tasted our beers and really enjoyed it. So we're going to come over here and take a look. We've been asked to deliver to different places throughout Europe. So we purchased this Krone trailer that we can load the beer into, and we'll do that, and we'll use that to deliver our quality beverages to markets throughout Europe. And I'll take you guys on rides when we do that. I think that pretty much covers it. I know I'm going to need, once again, a sprayer. So we probably are going to have to take a loan out this year to get the sprayer because I sold it, and now I'm realizing I need it. And that was kind of stupid, but it's okay. So let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at sprayers and see what's available. All right. We could get a self-propelled. Pricey. They're pricey. The Star is actually the cheapest of the group. But I know we have some stuff here that are, thanks to the Kverneland pack, we've got some nice long reach. 18 meters. What's this one? 18 meters. Wow, on a tractor pack. But we have so much coverage we need to do. That's the downside. Look at these little guys. What do we got there? 40 meters. Is that for real? It probably is for real. The mods, the only thing that scares me is that sometimes I don't know that they're necessarily 48 meters on that one, 41 meters on this one. So yeah, I guess so. This is the one that we had. I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? Actually, I'll probably just buy this back. That was really dumb. So I think I did it because I was like, oh, I won't need it for weeding, and then I realized now, even with our growing things in this over the winter grass, using that to get some silage, and then selling the silage once it's come to fruition, it doesn't seem to matter You still have to have 3. I'm going by farm sim, which was 2 stages of fertilization, but with seasons, you still need 3. And so my mistake was thinking that, oh, I don't need this anymore, and I actually do. So let's go ahead to the bonk. Bunk, 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 bunk. I thought the bank was outside. Okay, we went to the bank, and we took out a loan. Borrow. And we want to keep about, for consumables, about 50,000. So I'll take out a loan for 150. And dang it, we'll pay that back at the end of the year. We're gonna make some big bucks, but we got to get our products sold. So here we can repair vehicles. That's not what I want to buy. Sprayer, you yuts. Arthur, I can't believe you did that. Okay, so there we go. So we have our sprayer back. This is a nice one. Let's go ahead and take it over to the farm. It's been so long. Whoa, did the crops grow? Our neighbor's got his crop grown already. His crop popped. Surprising. So I think what I did was I bought a little sprayer and a tank. And while that could be enough, it's not. You need the big one for the spraying fertilizer. Do I have any stored fertilizer? I think I do. We'll figure that out. So yeah, see, I bought a sprayer for weeds. And we'll still use that little sprayer for weeding, but we're going to use this guy for actual spraying. Good old horse sprayer. Anyone want to go for a horsey ride? That was a bad joke. At least I'm not singing. I got yelled at again. Somebody yelled at me in one of my SnowRunner episodes. They're like, "Can you please stop singing?" I'm like, I try. Okay, so we're going to speed up time. And we're going to let the seasons pass. And I'll be right back. Oh, and by the way, as time is passing, I'm looking at these guys. These guys. And they're still grass. They haven't turned to silage yet. But that's probably realistic. Because they're only a couple days old. So, yeah, we're waiting for our silage to silage. And we're going to sell that for some buku bucks. And hopefully we'll pay back our loan maybe even. I don't know. I don't know how that works on this, so we'll see. I don't think you can sell to the biogas facility. But maybe you can. See, if we can get it to go to the biogas facility, we'll get free silage. And that's, or not free silage, free fertilizer through liquid fertilization. So we'll get the slurry for free. But then we have to buy a slurry spreader. I don't know. We'll see. If I can sell them there, I will, and we'll start getting slurry going. But I can't promise that that's what's going to happen. Otherwise, we'll just... But I am tired. I'm tired. Real life has been kicking my butt, guys. It's just been so busy. Trying to get my mom's house clean. We are now like 80% done. We've got 2/3 of the basement done, and the entire upstairs, like first floor, second floor, third floor, are all completely cleared. But we ran into mold this weekend, which is bad, bad, bad for those of you that know anything about. Oh, gosh, I thought this was sleepy time. 1900 is not sleepy time? Mold remediation. There we go. Sleep all night, bub. Just sleep it away because there's nothing happening till tomorrow. Yeah, so we found mold in the basement. I'm going to have to call somebody to come look at it. And I'm not super excited about that because that's going to cost money. But it is what it is. If it worst gets to worst, we might just sell it as is and let them know, like, hey, there's mold down the basement. You're going to have to deal with it. And we'll give you a bit of a discount because of that. Or I'll probably start at a higher asking price and then give them our actual asking price as like the we'll take off $10,000 because of that, because that's what it's going to. We had 2 people come. I'm going to get estimates anyway, because that's what you do. You get people to come out and estimate it, and then decide if you have the money to do it or not. If somebody's like $3,000, I'll do it. But if they're like, yeah, $10,000, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to afford to do that. So we're just going to have to sell it as is. And we're doing cash buyer, so we're not going to have to deal with loans or anything like that with a satisfying loan. I think we should look at taking something out there and spraying those weeds that have popped up today. So let's go ahead and take care of the weeds. So anyway, that's exciting, but that's what's going on. The house is almost done. I've got maybe one more dumpster that I need to rent, and I'll be done and finished with dumpsters. And the house will be ready to get on the market. Hopefully in the next week or 2, that's where we're going to be at. So we've done a lot of hard work, and my mom's best friend helped me a ton, and her son. My kids have been huge. People have just been stepped up and really helped us get the job done. So we need to get our tiny wheels on. I thought I had narrow tires. No, those are narrow. Mitas. No. Michelin narrow. So anyway, I guess those are narrow. Those are funny narrows. They don't look quite fully narrow, but cool. Anyway, so yeah, I'm glad to be done with that project because that's been a real nightmare. It really has. Oh. And I have to wear a mask over there all the time because I'm so allergic to my mom's house. It's like she's got just dog hair everywhere. We've cleaned a lot of it up, but when we get down the basement, it's like, oh, because of the mold. Oh, it was bad. I feel like my kids were a huge help with that. But they started bringing stuff out, and then I could see like, now wait a minute, there's like mold going on there. And I'm like, I finally told my son Ryan after he made 2 trips and he was like starting to cough and stuff. I'm like, dude, like stop, like don't like stop. He had a mask on, but I'm like, he was not feeling great, and I'm like, dude, we're not gonna die over this stuff. Like just leave it. Like don't push it any further. And so he left it, but it was it's bad, mold, bad, not good, bad, mold, bad. Yeah. So anyway. In my Farmer's Dynasty video, I was talking about a car. We're gonna repeat ourselves. I hate doing that, but I do have to do it occasionally because how do I get these out? Is it global company? Left control G. Left control G. Nope. Left control. Oh, that's G. Okay. There we go. Nope. Sawmill. Malt. Production. Nope. Oh, that's cool. I haven't been on this state thing in a long time. Nope. Dynamic storages. Nothing. Okay. I probably need to update some of the mods here because... So how do I get out? How do I get this? Ah! Aha. Herbicide. R, open menu. Yeah, there is no free space in this place. I've never done this before, so I have no idea how to get. Oh, I get it. We have to put it directly into the tank. That's kind of annoying, but okay. Yeah, so we were talking about cars in the last episode, and I was thinking about buying a car, and my car needed, I did take it in and have it looked at. It needed some work. More than I was willing to pay for. So I did end up trading it in, and I got my dream car. Now we'll see how this goes because I still have to make payments on it, and they're pretty pricey. But we won't go into the logistics. Let's just say When a man turns 50 years old, he often buys a car that he shouldn't buy, but he can and does, and I did. So I looked at a bunch of different cars, and I really liked. I've had a Kia Forte in the past. They're cheap. They get great gas mileage, and they've got 100,000 mile bumper or drive chain warranty. And so I decided that now would be a good time to take advantage of having a little bit of money and better credit than I used to have, and purchase a car. And so how do I open this up? Control G again? No. Enter vehicle. Open menu. R. There we go. Herbicide. Why? Capacity 32 pallets. Object 1. Next object. Select. See, I'm not sure how this works, aside from maybe I need to put that there like that. Stop. 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 Frig. Ah! Liquid fertilizer. Yeah. Herbicide. There's no free space at this place. Great. I have no idea how this thing works, and it's not working. So, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Let's just go fill up. It's like $10 worth of stuff. I didn't know how that worked. Maybe you have to have like a truck or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're asking for, and I don't really have time to research it. So, if you know, please leave it in the comments, and we'll do it next time. But whatever. I'll just buy more. That's no point crying over spilled milk. So, I got... drum roll, please. 20 minutes later, you guys are like, what did he get? What did you get? What did you get? I ended up purchasing the car of my dreams. I got it. Yes, a Kia Forte is the car of your dreams? What? No. It is a Kia Forte GT manual 6-speed transmission with a 201 horsepower turbocharged engine, fully loaded. Fully loaded. The thing is freaking a blast to drive. It's so fast. It's so fast. I've never had a car that is as fast as this car. Now, it's, you know, compared to like a Corvette or something, well, no, it's not fast. But for Arthur fast, it's fast enough. Fast enough that I can get into trouble, but probably won't because I won't be driving like a madman all the time. It goes 0 to 60 in 6.7 seconds, which is nothing to sneeze at, but it's got an awesome 6-speed manual transmission. It shifts like a dream, and the car is just grippy as all get out. It's got the Michelin Summer Pilot tires, and it is, oh man, that thing is just sticks to the road. I got aquamarine blue, so it's a really dark blue with red highlights. Oh gosh, it's beautiful. I thought my son Mark was going to, Mark, he's my responsible kid, and I thought he was going to chastise me for spending money on a new car. But I've needed one for a while. Like, it's like I always drive old, crappy cars, and I finally like, I'm tired of it. I want a new car. So I did. I shouldn't have, but so what? And I'll tell you what, the last 4 days I've been driving around in this thing, and I'm like, this car, it was worth it. I love cars, and here I am driving, these cars that are not what I love. You guys know how much I love vehicles and motorsports, and I love cars. We're always talking about them. So anyway, I finally got my car of my dreams, and I am super duper happy. Like, it's exactly what I wanted. It's really comfortable, and on top of being super fast, it gets 32 miles to the gallon. Boom. And that's average. That's not freeway. That's average. On the freeway, it gets about 40. About 37 to 40 miles per gallon I've been averaging on the freeway, and about 29 to 30 in the city. And that's having fun driving. I'm not, doing the grandpa thing all the time. I don't go real fast when I'm on the freeway, but like I've been like getting on the freeway, I've been like, I'm like, I'm cranking it a bit, putting the pedal down, smashing through the gears, leaving some patches of rubber on the. Anyway, it is a fabulous car. It's so cool, and it looks so good. So look it up. Aquamarine Blue 2021 Kia Forte manual, a GT manual, that is. And you'll know it because you'll see the red highlights. They have a non-stick shift version too that has some stupid ITV transmission. And people say it's horrible. They said like the difference between the manual transmission and the ITV transmission is like night and day. Like, not that it does a bad job, but it's just not fun to drive. They said the manual is what makes it fun to drive, and I will agree with that. So I'm so excited, guys. I will have to make a video of it at some point, but, it's just a nice car. It's got all the racing stuff. Like I said, it's got the huge, like, Michelin tires. I'm driving around, I'm just waiting for, like, you know how karma is. Like, I'm just like, where's the bad? But I already went through the bad, so hopefully now it's time for the good. I've got a great wife. I've got a new car, which is not the same as a great wife. I'd much rather have the great wife, but a great wife who supported me and actually encouraged me to get a new car. She was like, Arthur, you have, spent your life buying what you need and not getting what you want. She's like, your whole life, that's all you've done is buy what you need and not get what you want. She's like, go get something that you want. This is my wife. Isn't that awesome? Like, what an awesome wife. She's like, honey, get out there and she's like, you've bought me horses, you've bought me this, you've bought me that, and you've bought me everything that I want, and you never buy anything for yourself. Go out and buy this for yourself. And don't feel guilty about it. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, go do it. I was like, all right. And I did. And I did feel really guilty. Like, at the dealership, I almost walked. I'm like, I just can't bring myself to do this shit. My wife was like, do it. Arthur, you need this. She was right. The next day, driving around with the sunroof open and the windows open, and I was like, man, I need this. Like, I don't go on vacation and stuff. I don't care about the beach. I drive. My vacation is like, and I've always been like this, I've got a bunch of kids that mess everything up. I don't mean that. This sounds totally wrong. Like, but those of you guys that have kids, you know what I mean? You can't really have nice stuff because they break it. If you have a lot of kids, things just get broke. There's holes in the wall, and there's, dirt and footprints everywhere because you're constantly cleaning things up. You don't have any glass dishes, God forbid, because they break in the sink. The kids are always breaking crystal and glass, so you just use plastic. Everything is just kid friendly and kid territory. But my car, my work car, has always been like my little spot, and that's where I go, and that is the one thing in my life that's just mine. And so it was. She's like, this is yours. This is your thing. Go do it. God knows I drive enough. But what's the nice thing is now I'm going to work and I'm like, hey, I got to go to work. Yeah. I don't care about the work part. I just like the driving. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you guys. Not trying to brag. That's not what I'm doing. I know it sounds like boastful and stuff. Anybody can go out and buy a car. I know. And, even with, I had enough money to put down that the bad credit didn't matter. I've got better credit now, but I'm building my credit. I'm rebuilding it. So a car is a good way to do that. So anyway, I'm very excited about the future and enjoying my new car. And I'll leave it alone with that. But I will also share that again on the Farmer's Dynasty video because some people watch that and don't watch this or vice versa. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being patient with me. One of the things that we did look at this year was upgrading our computers because we haven't upgraded in a long time. Except for I got the 2060 Super or 2070 Super But that's, just the card. We're looking at doing the whole system. And I'll tell you what, prices right now are so ridiculous on the new video cards that it's not even worth building a new computer. Like I wouldn't get enough bang out of my buck to make to make it worth the thousands of dollars it now costs to build a gaming computer. It's ridiculous. It's gone from like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it cost what? $200? I'm sorry, not $200. $1,200 to $1,500 to build a good gaming computer. Now we're talking $3,000 to $4,000. It's absolutely insane. Now you're getting a lot for what you pay for. That said, these are still grass. The computers that you're buying are massively incredible. Obviously, we have the new AMD Threadrippers out there. Those things are crazy good, crazy expensive. You've got the new 3070, 3080, 3080 Ti, 3090. Incredible video cards, and we're talking like well over $1,000 if you can find them, which you probably can't. So, and honestly, the games that I play, aside from Flight Simulator, none of them will really see much of an improvement from the upgrade, aside from Flight Sim. Flight Sim right now I'm a little frustrated with, and here's one more beef, and then we'll pause as we go through the seasons here. But Flight Sim, I've been just doing reviews on the small aircraft. And the reason why I don't do jets, and everybody loves jets, everybody wants to see the jets, is because with my computer and Flight Sim, when I fly quickly from one city to another, the game turns into a slideshow. I don't know why it is, but it hasn't gotten better with all the patches. Sometimes it's worse than others. But if I fly from, like, say, Cleveland to Detroit, by the time I arrive at Detroit, I'm going at about 20 frames or less per second, usually less. And it's really difficult to land a jet when you have 10 frames a second. So I just kind of gave up and stopped flying the jets. And the other thing that I'm having, too, is the icing issues where, like, my favorite jet's the Longitude. But when you go over 10,000 feet, it doesn't matter what kind of day it is, the airplane freezes over. And so what happens is your pitot freezes. And then that's the sensor outside. And then the autopilot shuts off, and you can't climb, and you can't change speed, and you can't do anything. Everything shuts off. So they're like, hey, descend and maintain this. And you can't because everything's frozen. So I'm getting kind of frustrated with Flight Sim right now. More weeds grew today. But yeah, I'm getting a little frustrated with them. I'm hoping that that changes, but I have a feeling it's my computer. I've got a 7th generation i7, and that's old at this point. The video card's new, but the processor's old. And I think that's probably where my hang-up is. Though, really, my GPU is what gets hit when I run that game. It runs at like 90%. So I don't know. But I do know that it makes it so that I don't want to fly the jets. So I don't. I just fly around in my little prop planes, and I'll continue doing those reviews. But honestly, I only get like 500 or 600 views on those, so I'm kind of backing off right now until I have more time because we're so busy right now. I got to just pick and choose videos that are doing well, and this one does well. So anyway, I have not left the farm, guys. I'm here for the long run. This is a series that I love, and I'm expanding on it. We're going to do some other, like multi-sim stuff where we drive around, and I think that this farm is going to continue to thrive. And I might even, I don't know, we'll see. But I've got some ideas. So anyway, I will see you guys. Well, I'm not going to end the episode yet. We'll do some more stuff. We've been going for about a half an hour, and we'll run through another day or so. But there's not a whole lot going on right now aside from just spot weeding. Looks like I'm going to be doing that all year. So I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Bye. 'Cause I'm raining on the inside. My heart wells up with tears and starts to pour. Oh, wait, I'm singing. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Dang it, you guys. I can't really. More weeding. More weeding. Let's get out there and spray. I'm just going to leave the weeding kit on the tractor for the spraying. I never thought about that before, but I'm thinking about it now. You know what? We're just going to let the weeds grow. We'll get them on the first spray. When I go out to spray fertilizer, I'll go out and spot spray the weeds too. We might as well let them all get. Oh, look. Okay, let's slow down time. All right, so. Oh, look. Oh, Oh, yeah. All right. The hop fins are growing. That's good. Good. Okay. And we did. No, okay. I was gonna say, it looks like there's 2 different levels, but they're not. They're just weird looking. So we're going to spot weed, and then we'll get out there and spray fertilizer now. See if we can't get to the last stage of fertilizer. I'm going to just go check our last crop here. Super happy to see this, though. This is good news. So our crops have sprung, and we're going to have to continue spraying. Got a little wet there. Yeah, barley, okay. All right, we'll be back. All right, so I've gone back to the farm. I'm in my little tractor. Let's go out there and kill some weeds, and then we'll get the sprayer up and running. And we'll put down some fertilizer. I love this tractor. I feel like with the latest patch, and maybe I'm wrong about this, I feel like the graphics got sharpened up a little bit. Maybe I'm just haven't played for a while, but things are looking good on the game. Okay, I just want to see if these wheels were not going to kill stuff, and they don't, so we're good. Wow, is it hard to see the weeds? Roger, Mach 1. Target in sight. Set up for a bombing run. Over. You are clear to bomb. Green light, green light. Oh, yeah. Light them up. Light them up. We lit up those weeds. I'm on the weed. This is not very realistic. You would not do this in real life. You would. I don't know how they would handle. Probably they would use I mean, in America, we would use a crops duster, right? So that's for insects, really. Crop dusting is for insects. I don't know how they would handle, like, they'd probably go out there in the field and just weed. Or, you know, they probably spray, you know, from what I understand, the way things work nowadays, and I could be wrong, so if you're a farmer, correct me, but basically farmers go out there. They plant seeds that are obviously, you know, genetically modified, GMO seeds, which I think that's pretty much what most farmers use because that's what you kind of have to buy. It's really hard not to. If you try to use heritage seeds, they'll actually come to your farm, take samples of your seeds, and since your neighbors are not using the heritage seeds, their GMOs have migrated into your field, and then they will sue you for copyright infringement. And so that's why most farmers don't buy heritage seeds anymore. It's a really disgusting thing that's happened. But anyway, there is a plan and a reason why they do that, though. And that is that these seeds that are genetically modified are designed to withstand herbicide and pesticide. So you spray them with the matching herbicide and pesticide, and you will not kill the plants. You'll only kill the weeds. So they have to get out there and spray it, I'm sure. But I'm not sure, like, driving around is not how they do it. They probably spray the whole field and just go up and down in patterns. Same thing with insecticide. I'm sure with insecticide they spray the whole field. So this game does not have insecticide in it. But if it did, I would use it. Still waiting for, you know, I should probably check on that. Farm Manager 2021 was supposed to come out. We got a demo, and I haven't seen anything more from them. I am supposedly on the list to get it early, but we'll see. They gave me free access to something, but I don't know if I got early access or not to the game. I think I did. I'm looking forward to that one. I really like Farm Manager 18. It was a great game. It still is a great game. And I had a nice farm going there. You know, it's hard to get to the big equipment, but I'm finally in the place on my farm where I'm starting to get to the bigger equipment. But anyway, the new one's coming out, so we'll definitely, dang it, be picking that up too. It's like another series of game that I just don't have time for. It's like, but it's okay. That's just life, you know. Hi, Gromit. My dog came to say hi. Hi, buddy. What's up? What are you doing? Hi. Hi. You good boy. Did we go for a nice walk tonight? Yeah. Yeah, you go boo-boos on the neighbor's lawn. Oops. Sorry, I just pet my dog. Oops. Gromit. The world's most beautiful border collie. Too bad he's psycho. He is crazy. He's a freaking nutty dog, dude. I'm just waiting for him to bite somebody. I joke about it, but man, I watch him carefully because he definitely has that, you know. He's a border collie. He nips, you know, and he's done it to the kid. He's nipped at the kids. He nips at John all the time because he wants him to give him food. And so John will have food, and he'll push him over and try to get him to drop the food so he can get it. And I'm like, get off my kid. But you know, he's never actually nipped him, but he nips at him, and that's what they do. They nip at when they chase sheep. You know, border collies are bred to you know, herd sheep, and they nip at their heels to make them move. And they don't usually bite to hurt, but they, you know, it would hurt a kid because they're, you know, their skin is soft and you're a kid. So I'm trying to teach him not to do that, but it's you know, he's a little bit intense, but he's so freaking cute. He's just such a beautiful dog. Like if you saw him, he's all black, but then he's got like white patchy paws and a white chin and like white underside. He's just like and once again, he has Labrador in him too, so he's got a calmer side to him. He loves to be petted. He loves the kids. Like even when he nips at John, he loves them. Like he plays with John, and he, like, you know, he'll roll over and let John scratch his belly and stuff. It's not that he's trying to be mean to John or doesn't like him. He wants to put him in his place. And he's definitely the alpha male type dog. He's, you know, he won't roll over for me. Like I'm his alpha, and he will not be vulnerable for me. Like if I want to scratch his belly, I have to roll him over. He won't do it. Basically what he does is when he wants to talk to me or get petted, he'll come over, he sits down next to me and puts his butt like against my leg or against my lap, but he faces away. So that way his face isn't in my face. And that's a very alpha dog, you know, characteristic. Sorry, I'm looking for these weeds. They're hard to see on this stuff. You got to really drive into it. Oh, that was the wrong button. All right, so there's that. I think that's it. So let's go ahead and put this away, and I'm going to grab the sprayer, and we're going to get that done, and then we'll call it an episode. But we're moving around. Crop's starting to grow, and we'll get into the next year. I promise you I'll come back to this farm sooner than later. Once again, I'm sorry for not running the episodes on this for a while. It has just been such a busy, as you guys know. And once again, if you haven't heard, I mean, maybe some of you are just following the series, and that's the only one you follow. And I feel sorry for you because I really haven't done anything in months. For those of you that didn't know, my mom passed away back in January. She had a massive heart attack, and you know, she was moving down here and was having massive trouble with the builder, who we are now going to be in a lawsuit with because he basically stole my mom's money and ran. So there's going to be a big lawsuit with that, and he basically killed my mom, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to accuse him of that, but he stressed my mom out for sure. And, you know, she got to the point where she just kind of was going nuts with the whole situation, and I think it gave her a heart attack, personally. But maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think that's why she had a heart attack. But anyway, we did get the death certificate back. It was a heart attack, and she died a day after her 70th birthday, for those of you that didn't know. So it was a rough couple months, you know. On the upside, if there is an upside, my mom loved her home. She wanted to move down here. It's not like she didn't want to be with me, but she loved her home. That's where she grew up. It was like all of her memories were there. All of her junk was there. She was a Class A pack rat. My mom is like, she's just pack rat like crazy. Like, I mean, you guys have no. I've put out 40 bags, contractor bags, like the big black contractor bags of garbage, along with 3 dumpsters, 3 tippers, 20 yard. So like big semi tippers, but they're a little bit lower because that's all that'll fit in her driveway. But they're 20-yard dumpsters, 3 of them. That's how much stuff was in her house, and we haven't even tapped the garage, and the basement's not done yet. So my mom was just like a pack rat, and so she left me with this freaking huge mess, along with all the stuff with the contractor and all this other stuff. But yeah, he stressed her out. And once again, I'm not saying that he killed her, but the stress definitely killed her. And she, like I said, on the upside, she died where she wanted to be. It was her in my grandparents' house, and she lived there from the time that, she was 15 years old. When she got married, she moved out for a couple of years, but then got divorced pretty quickly, and within 2 years, and was back home again. And she stayed there, took care of my grandma and grandpa through their, senior years, and then lived there after that. And that was where she loved to be. She didn't want to go anywhere else, and so I feel like, once again, that's where she wanted to be. So I'm at peace with it. Love my mom. I do miss her. I wish she hadn't left such a huge mess, but, I told her all her life, I'm like, Mom, I'm like, just letting you know. And I told her, very clearly, I'm like, Mom, don't keep all this stuff because I'm a horrible son. I think about it, but I told her, I said, look, I'm being honest with you. I'm not keeping any of this stuff. If you keep all this stuff, it's going to go in the garbage. And see, the sad thing is she had so much stuff, and this is a typical hoarding thing, but she had so much stuff that she couldn't take care of it. There was too much stuff. Don't hoard. Let that be the lesson to you. Just don't. Throw it out. If you're not going to use it, get rid of it. The irony to me was this, and this just typifies the whole situation. Yesterday, we were cleaning the basement, and I needed to get the vacuum cleaner, and I stumbled upon a tray that my son wanted to use. He's like, hey, can we empty this out? And I'm like, sure. And I'm like, what's in it? My mom had about 80 Type B vacuum bags for a Royal vacuum. I don't have a problem with that except for one thing. My mom hadn't vacuumed that house in 12 years. Why did she buy 70 vacuum bags? That is the epitome of a hoarder. Well, I've got a Royal vacuum, and it's hard to find the bag, so I'm going to buy every bag that I can find and then just sit on it. And that is, oh, God, that's so my mom. And I'm glad I could laugh about it because, we'd always tease my mom. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? What? Okay, do you really need, 400 Avon watches? What are you going to do with all those watches? And she did love them, and I'd say she probably wore most of them. She did, but I'm like, you don't need 400 watches. What are you going to do with that? But the lesson is you can't take it when you go. So do your kids a favor. Keep your house clear. On the upside, the kids picked a lot of jewelry and stuff. Evelyn went through and found stuff that she wanted, and Moni got a big box full of jewelry and new couch. I took my mom. My mom had bought once again, a hoarder, right? My mom bought this seriously a $3,000 flex steel couch. Super, super antique looking, super nice, just a really nice couch. And then proceeded to just pile stuff on top of it. So she never sat on it. She had that couch for 8 years, and it never got used once. She brought it into the house and put stuff all over it. I'm just like, why? But I took it because it's nice, and it reminds me of my mom, and it's a nice couch. And so I'm like, well, I'm not going to let it go to waste. But we're actually using it. Now, Gromit uses it, too, which isn't great because he's stinky doggy. But I vacuum it off and stuff. But that just typifies the whole situation. Oh, Mom. Mama! Oh, I'm singing again, sorry. I'm thinking about it right now, and I think I left a vacuum cleaner out. I was cleaning my mom's car out today, I finally, so when somebody dies, like, right, she left her car. And so I have, taken the car over, and I'm using it to transport stuff and haul things because it's a Honda Pilot. So it's pretty roomy. It's in bad shape. Like she never cleaned it. It's 2011, and she's had it since like 2014, I think, and just like never cleaned it, never washed it. And then I hit a deer with it. So it's not, it runs fine mechanically. It's absolutely fine, but it's not a pretty car. It's like a pretty beat down car. And so I was cleaning out the cabin tonight, and I took a piece of the vacuum off, and it fell into the car, and I forgot about it. And then I saw it when I was taking the doggy for a walk. And I put it out on the porch, and I'm realizing right now that it's still sitting outside on my front porch. So, oh, wow. Hey, achievement unlocked. So I'm going to have to get out there and get it before I go to bed because I'll forget. Oh, 90%? What? Oh, 100%. Okay. Come on. All that work. Anyway, so I finally got the Honda today to be my car. I had to wait for this letter from the court saying that I was the official executor of the estate, which is fine. It has to go into probate, and then they finally give you the letter once the probate's cleared. So I've cleared probate, and so I am now the owner of a Honda Pilot. Didn't necessarily want to be, but I am for a while. I'm probably going to end up selling it because my wife needs either a pickup truck or we probably will get a Suburban, honestly, to tow horses. And also to carry all of the children that we have. So, anyway, I got many children, and I need a vehicle that can carry many children. A Suburban does that, usually 8 to 9 passengers. So, oh, weeds, dang it. Oh well, I'll have to try to get those. So I had to go to the lawyers to get the title signed over and do a couple other things, give him some paperwork. And then I had to go to the licensing bureau to get the title transferred over to me. Then I had to go to E-Check to have the car pass an E-Check. Then I had to go back to the BMV to get the plates for the car. Then I came home, vacuumed the thing out, took the kids home, back to their moms for the week, and then got the plates on. I mean, of course, I don't know if you guys, if any of you have ever put your own plates on, which here in Ohio we have to do. Most places you do. It's always a nightmare. Why does it always have to be such a cluster? But like the freaking license plate, I was changing the plate and putting the screwing the plate onto the car, and the bolt snapped, and I'm just like, oh! And then so I found another bolt, and it didn't. The other bolts that were on the front of the cars, we don't in Ohio. They just changed over so that you no longer have to have a front license plate. So I'm like, I'll just grab the plate. I'll grab the one off the front. A bolt from the front. Well, no, of course, the bolt's a different size on the front than it is on the back. I'm just like, you have got to be kidding me. So I finally got the plate on, but it took me like an hour and a half when it should have taken like 10 minutes. I'm just like, this is absolute. Actually, it should take 2 minutes. Screw it off, screw it on. But the bolts had rusted on and they were falling apart. So it's just like, why does everything have to be such a chore? Oh, well. It's all taken care of. The reason why I had to do all that, and I forgot. I'm going to have to do this in the morning. I need to put the car on my insurance. I need collision only, like liability, because it's too old. I'm not going to, though it's still worth like $8,000. But like I said, I've already got like insurance money coming from my deer strike. So I feel like going forward, I don't know, maybe I will put full coverage on it. But I'll see how much I'll get some quotes from the insurance company and see what they're. But I need to put it under insurance because it's going to need that for the trip. I'm going to Michigan tomorrow to drop a bunch of stuff off to my aunt. She wanted all these like boxes of stuff from my mom's house. So I'm like, okay. So I filled up the back end of my truck, and now it's ready to go. And I'm going to take that up to Michigan tomorrow and get it out of my hair. it's boxes and furniture and mirrors, and I'm like, I'm fine. She's like, it's not too much of a problem to bring it to me. I'm like, oh, no. Please take it. Please take it. Take it. So she's happy to have it. I'm happy to be rid of it. And that's the end of that story. So, but I need to go do that tonight. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably, I don't know. I'll probably just do it in the morning. But I need to get that insurance rolling. I should probably do it tonight before I forget. So, with that, we got this field done. I'm not going to make you watch me spray all 3 fields because these fields are bigger. They're going to take longer. But that was fun. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. A lot of news, a lot of going on. But we are working our way to the next, hopefully successful beer sell-off. And we're going to make some bucks, hopefully, selling off our products. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. And we'll see you next time on Chapman Brewery. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. See you next time. Bye.